The little boy did look more cleaner. He didn't look like he was abused or nothing.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Here with Lavi once again. Thank you so much, babes, for being here, you guys. Man, it's been forever and I've been actually waiting for this for the longest, and I apologize for everything, you guys. I am very sorry. I know it's been my fault. I have not been able to put content and all that, but you know what, I'm ready. I think I have everything settled down now, and I am ready to make these videos, you guys, for you guys. If you guys are new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Join the family here at Lavi. Become another babe. Add it into my group, you guys. I know I have a couple of you guys that do follow me, that do see my videos, and that do want to see more videos and more content put out. So hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, and go follow me on my social media as well. Don't forget to comment down below anything or how you guys feel about certain things, or if you like my makeup, if you like my hair, if you didn't like what I was wearing, whatever you guys want to. I'm on open book. This is for you guys to just let me know how you guys feel about certain things if I talk about them, and just interact with me. So thank you so much once again for being here, you guys, and just opening the door for me to enter your phones, your TVs, your laptops, and whatever you guys see me on. So thank you so much, and let's get started with this video. But yes, today I wanted to make a video more about this documentary that came out on Netflix called the Gabriel Fernandez documentary. You know, what went on, what happened to him, how everything started and how it ended as a tragedy. And I just want to say, I want to give my respects to the family members, you know, that obviously, you know, lost this little angel. You know, it's just been very hard. It was very hard to watch this documentary. If you guys have not watched it, I encourage you guys to go watch it. For me and Aaron, watching this documentary, I was very angry. There was times where I was crying, and I just couldn't believe how much pain this little boy went through in the hands of his own biological mother. And it just gives me so much anger, and like, I get so mad and frustrated. How can you do this to this poor child, you know? So since the beginning, you guys, as you guys could see, you know, ever since he was born, his mother never loved him. And it is very sad to see that that poor little face never knew what love was, because his mother never even cared about him from the beginning. Even when she found out that she was pregnant with him, she didn't care. And it was very sad to just say, like, how can there be so much hate out there for someone that, you know, you had in your stomach for like 9 months, and, you know, just feeling it grow in your body? Like, how? I can't wrap my head around that. So, you know, Gabriel, he died unfortunately at 8 years old, you know, in hands of his mom and his stepfather. You know, I don't even think you should even call him a father at all. You know, he's not. And this was in Palmdale, California. Gabriel passed away in 2013, and it's just very sad. You know, when you go into the documentary, you start seeing the things that they will give him, like feed him, where they had him, with what objects did they hit him, exactly what they did to him. You just be like, man, like, he was a very strong little kid. Because to think about it, if I were in his age and I would have like gone through all that, I think I would have died a long time. I wouldn't have handled that much long as he did. You know, he was, mainly since he was born, he was in care of his uncle and his uncle's boyfriend or husband. I'm not really sure if they were husbands, but I think they were. And then after that, they were there, he was there for like 4 years with them. And then after that, I think it was another 4 or 3 years with his mom's parents. And then from there, they passed on to, you know, his mother, which her name is Gabriel Fernandez. And he was with them, with Pearl and her boyfriend and his other siblings for 8 months. And man, like, those 8 months were like hell for him. And I could just, like, I can't even imagine, but I could just think like how bad he felt, you know, just being in a home where, you know, he never like felt love from his mom, obviously, you know. But through everything that he was going through, you guys, he still had a big heart, and he still loved his mother. At the end of the day, he didn't care how many times she hit him, or how many times she beat him and did everything to him or hurt him. Like, he still loved her, because up to the date that he passed away, I think it was 2 weeks prior to his death, it was Mother's Day, and he still made like a letter for her saying how much he loved her. And like, oh my God, for you to not want to see this, and like, I don't know, I'm sorry, you guys, this is very hard. It just boils me up, because I just can't believe you would do something to a child. So, you know, this kid, he has gone through a lot. He got shot with BB guns, and he got knocked his tooth out with his whole teeth and tooth, or whatever, however you say it, you know, with a bat. You know, he got they will put a bandana on his mouth and then have him in like a cubby. And come on, he's 8 years old. He's not that little. Like, that cubby was so uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure he will sleep there, and sometimes they'll keep him during the day in there. And it's just like, how could you do that to someone? Like, ah, man. And they wouldn't even feed him. Like, they'll feed him cat litter. I mean, literally cat litter, you know, where the cats poop. Like, he didn't even have food in his system. So when they did the autopsy, the guy said that it took him 2 days just to like count all the bruises, everything that he had going on, all the damage, all the injuries that he had on his body, and to like figure out everything. It was so graphic. I'm not gonna post photos of him. He got burnt cigarettes on his face, on his head. There was a time where he actually had a black eye and a busted lip. Hey guys, sorry, I completely do look so different from the previous content you guys saw. I just had some stuff to handle, and I had to get that done and then come back and continue this video. So like I was saying, Gabriel was going through a lot. He went through a lot for those 8 months. Like I said, I can't even imagine how hard it was for him to go through all this. But the thing that really, like I said, gets to me is that after everything his mom did to him, he still had so much love for her. And I think he just wanted to be loved. Obviously, he never knew what love was from his mom, because like I said, he was living with his uncles and he was living with his grandparents. So that was like a different type of love, you know. It's like, you know, you have love from them, and he knew they loved him, but he wanted his mom to love him. So I just think he just wanted that love, and he never gave up. Even after everything that he went through, he still had that hope that his mom eventually will come to senses and give him the love that he needed or he was calling out for. Aaron decided to join us right now and decided just to come on here, and since he did look at the documentary with me, we both were watching it. I was going to talk about the note, but I want to ask you, what did you think about the whole documentary in general? Like, I kind of already gave my point of view to them and let them know how I felt, but how did you feel watching this documentary and like just seeing everything that was going on and just finding out these things that we didn't really know? Because back then we didn't really this was back in 2013, you know, we weren't really, I remember very little watching, you know, on the news, but it wasn't like I didn't get to see everything, because I honestly, we don't watch news, we don't. Basically documentary, you know, just seeing all these things, seeing pictures, and just hearing what, you know, what was going on and how they look. Like Pearl, that's her name, Pearl, and I had not mentioned the guy's name. I just said I was gonna refer to him as her boyfriend.
Well, they're not, I don't really consider her as his mom neither. Like that other guy too, he says that wasn't a mom.
What you thought about seeing all these things going,
like
how he went through?
It's sad
what he went through.
It's sad how the little kid had to be in a box, you know, eat kitty litter, you know. And then plus too, it gets me kind of pissed, which I know the little kids were scared, the little brother and sister, but it gets me kind of pissed because I seen cases of other little brothers getting abused, and the little sister, she didn't care what the hell went on. She still went and told the neighbors, told other people to help the little brother and sister, which I feel they really didn't care neither. That's how they were raised up, not to care about him. And just because the uncles were gay, and I know we're nobody to judge, but the little boy did look more cleaner. He didn't look like he was abused or nothing.
Really love him, and yeah, we actually did see that he was more cleaned, you know.
Just because he said he loved them, that's what they started calling him a fag. He was gay.
Yeah, and that's really sad, you know. God doesn't judge you, and neither should we. But us as human beings, I'm just saying in general, everyone, not just myself, but I mean everyone, we tend to not have a heart and judge people just because of their sexuality or the way they dress or the way they speak, the way they do certain things. And that's very sad to know that they put a label to Gabriel and thinking that he was gay, and you know,
and they had a dress for him and all that. Like,
and it's just sad
dress.
Like, why are you judging him? If you really didn't want your son or whatever to be like that, there's other ways for you to try to talk to him and talk him out of whatever situation he's going through or he's feeling.
But CPH really failed him. Yeah,
like I had already mentioned, you know, I feel like they didn't do their job. And one thing that triggers me a lot is that I know, like I had mentioned earlier, there was neighbors down there because they lived in the upstairs apartment.
How are you gonna hear?
Tell me how you did not hear this little boy getting hit. They mentioned he was crying and yelling a couple of times, most of the times, because obviously the type of beating he went through was very, very hard. So I'm pretty sure you could hear the little boy screaming and crying. So if you're the neighbors down there and you're watching this, which you're probably not, but if you do watch this, I know you're gonna watch it one day. How do you not have the courage to go to the police and say, you know what, I just want to be anonymous, but the neighbors upstairs are beating their kid? Like, tell me that you're not gonna listen or hear what's going on. I just don't know how the system is doing their job, but they did a horrible job, and it's just sad. And then the whole like note of a suicide note, they said that Gabriel wrote it. For me, I feel like he didn't. I personally feel like he didn't. I feel like it was planned by Pearl to do like a note. We were thinking like maybe,
well, the handwriting didn't even look like this. If you look at the way he wrote mom,
yeah, it kind of didn't really match. I mean, maybe we didn't look good or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It didn't match. When he wrote that letter to his mom, it was different writing. She has
I just feel like maybe Pearl did that note with the boyfriend and decided to do that as
just
like,
to show the child protective services.
Yeah, you know, and try like part B of their plan. So if they were to like kill Gabriel, they will think that it was a suicide. And she didn't even care or bother. The cop said that she didn't even bother to ask if Gabriel was okay or anything. What she was more worried about was the little cage where she had the cats.
I know.
That, wow, like really, your kid is like in between life or death and you're gonna ask about your cats? Like, I get it, it's your animal, but this is your child, you know, like, estás pendeja o qué? I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it.
And then, but there has been, I watched this one YouTuber, his name is Savage Studios. He talks about prison life, jail life, and all that. He's cool, he's a cool cat. And he recently got a post about some lady who was in prison with Pearl.
And I'm actually gonna link the video down below on the description below, so you guys can go check him out.
And he talks about it. And this lady that was in prison came out and she wrote about what happened to Pearl, which was, you know, they traded her up, they went up to her, they got her trained, they just started hitting her. So what happened, the way they got the green light to attack Pearl was the correctional officer said, I hope you sleep well because you killed your child. And they cut her with the tuna lid. They cut her up, they put hot coffee on her and everything, and now she's PC'd up. So now she's on protective custody, so they can't get to her. So every time she walks out of the yard or anything, she has to be protected. And that's how she is.
Which, you know, I don't get happy for things that happen to people, but people like that really disgust me. I wish she could get beat up every day and tortured the same way that she did to Gabriel, because like I said, that is the least thing that she deserves.
Even her boyfriend though.
The boyfriend, I feel like
he's on death row, but he's by himself and he's PC'd up.
So it doesn't mean that he's gonna get killed right away. I wish, but it doesn't work that way. It could take up to years. What?
You wish?
Well, I mean, you know what? Honestly,
well, I just hope God does what he does with them. Like,
but it's just
God
like,
knows.
It gets me angry. Like, how could you be of that type of heart?
The teacher too was dumb, because one of the ladies are like, if that kid came to my class, he's not leaving my class with all bruised up, cigarette marks and all that. It's like, who lets the kid go back? I wouldn't let the kid go back, would you?
No, honestly, I feel like your duty as a teacher is to make sure that the child is good. And obviously, if you see these things going on, you know, if he's coming beat up, if he's coming with cigarette burns, with weird haircuts, black eye, like everything, dude, you need to do something about it. I wouldn't even, honestly, I would not even call the social worker, whatever. I would have called the cops.
Nah, but it's messed up too, because they believe Pearl and the man, because they said they arrested him and they told Gabriel, if you're making up these lies, we're gonna take you to jail.
Which I think that the cops, that's stupid. Like, how come?
Well, sometimes they're taking away kids for no reason.
Yeah, how come you do things like, when you're supposed to protect that person or that child, whoever is going through whatever, you don't do your job. But when it's not even something that should be like of a major thing, I think that people just take advantage of it, and that's just very, very sad. Throughout the court, you can tell that the boyfriend did not look at the judge when they were talking to him about the sentence and everything. He didn't show no emotion. They only show a clip where they said, oh, you know, that he was so worried that the next day, not that same night, but the next day, he was worried, asking for Gabriel. He was crying. They mentioned something about he did this because Pearl told him to do it, something like that. Like, she controlled him. But let's be honest, like, it doesn't matter. That should not give you a reason to kill this little boy, beat him up. Like, dude, you're a grown man and your fist is huge, and you're beating up a little kid. Like, that doesn't give you no excuse because she control you or not control you. It doesn't matter. They're both sick in the head. They are both just out of their mind, and it's just so sad and sickening just to see how a mother could do this to their child. Their biological dad was not in the picture really, because obviously he was locked up serving time for other
but
things
I really don't think he really cared anyways neither, because after that he freaking did a robbery and went back to jail.
I'm not sure. I thought he went back, but I'm not sure.
He did. He went back.
I'm not sure about that. I have to confirm that. I'm gonna check it out, but he was never in their life of all his kids and Gabriel, and I'm pretty sure that maybe things wouldn't have gone the way that they went if maybe the dad was there. He never, like I said, he never had love from both parents. It's just sad that his life had to end in a very tragic way, in a horrific way, because, you know, being locked up right there in that little cubby and not being able to eat like regular food and
kitty litter.
Yeah, feeding him this disgusting thing, like, it's just like
out of his autopsy they took kitty litter that was stuck to his stomach.
Yeah.
The little
he had
brother,
no food.
The little brother, the little sister tried to give him a banana one time. He peed himself in there and all that, and they kept him worse than the cats.
Yeah, they kept him worse than an animal. And
which an animal still shouldn't be treated bad, but I'm just saying though, like, the cats were clean, kitty litter clean. And
oh, I don't know if they were clean, but I know they were
look like
better.
They look like dirty ass people.
Yeah, but you know, it's just crazy.
And Pearl was the one punching him in the face.
Yeah, Pearl was the one shooting him on the head.
With the
I don't know who did the cigarette burns.
I think her. She was like the mostly druggie and smoker.
Yeah, and prior to that, I mean, you can tell in the pictures. Come on, look how skinny she looks.
But look at her now. She's all scared in jail, like PC'd up, like what a pussy.
She was on drugs, obviously, and stuff, and I think she just wanted to take control of everything and everyone around her. The family did mention that she always acted like, you know, the victim, but in reality she was the one always like being rude to her boyfriend and the kids.
Her ex-boyfriends too.
And to her ex-boyfriend. So they said that she was very aggressive, like she will hit them in front of them, right? And so she was just like really, really crazy. And I'm pretty sure, you know, when you're on drugs, you do things that you shouldn't.
Nah, but she looked like she wasn't all there.
Yeah, she wasn't all there. They actually even did a test. Remember, they said that they did a test and that she looked like she had kind of like mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the whole mental issues is just an excuse to me. But I mean, maybe she was not all there, because obviously the drugs do mess you up. When you do so many stuff, you do ruin your body and your brain. So obviously you tend to like not be all the way there. So I was just like, man, that's crazy. But this documentary was very, very crazy, you guys. It was very
well put together. It was sad though when they showed his autopsy and all that with the two.
Yeah, I just seen him. How they showed the raw pictures of how he was at the hospital, and actually paramedics and I think some nurses that were taking down notes actually spoke about it. And in the beginning you can see that the nurse was very, very like still in shock. Even after seeing all this, they were like, it still hurt them and it was saddening. And I'm just like, wow, like, poor kid. Yeah,
the only person there with balls was that one security guard.
Oh, the security guy.
That fool was the only one there with balls.
She went to social worker, no, or something.
Yeah, and he was like, I'll lose my job. I'll call him.
You know, there was a lot of people that did not want to get involved just because of their jobs, or because they just didn't care, or whatever the reason was, that they just didn't care. Like I said earlier, I'm sorry, I'm saying this a lot, but the social workers obviously didn't do their job, all four of them, and now they want to claim like, oh, you know, it's not our fault, we should not get charged for anything. And yeah, they dropped the cases, they dropped the case and everything. They didn't charge him for anything, but I think that that's just so unfair, because they took a big part in this. Obviously their job is to protect the child and do their job, and obviously they get trained for these things, so they should know what they need to do the proper way, and they did not follow any guidance or any rules of how they should be doing their job. And I think they should have got charged, but apparently, I mean, I'm not a judge and I don't do any of those things. But if it was in my like power, I think I would have said, you know what, you guys have to serve jail because
all these do them about a couple months.
No,
just to scare their ass.
I think
they're not built for jail, and that'll scare them a lot.
Okay,
they were crying before.
But I think a year or two will be good for them, so they can learn. And next time,
a week for them would just be enough.
No,
I wonder what people think. Like, what do you guys think?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Just let us know in the comment down below.
But please write in the comments.
Comment and let us know what do you guys thought about the documentary. If you guys have seen it, tell me your input on what do you guys think of this. Do you think Pearl was controlling the boyfriend? Do you think you know, the boyfriend was being controlled by her? Do you think that the people could have done more, or they did everything they could? The teacher, the family members, everybody else, you know, the police. What do you guys think? You know, just comment down below and let us know. Just let us know your insight about this documentary. If you have not watched it, I recommend you guys to go and watch it, and then let me know what you guys think about it. What could have been done different?
It's a sad story, man.
What you believe that the judge should have done, if the sentence should have been different, or death, or whatever you guys believe. And what do you guys think about everything? Just let me know. And if you guys do like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I am trying to reach the 200 subscribers. I know that I have 164 still. So I'm still trying, you guys. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to work on my backdrop and everything, you guys. But please join the family. Show me some love, you guys. Share my video. And if you guys help me reach the 200, thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Thanks, babe, for giving your word. You're putting in what you believe about this. It means a lot. And thank you guys for being here and showing us love. Hope to see you guys next, and thank you. Bye.